Hello, I was going to talk on the importance of one of many sales tools that we have in our newfound sales toolkit. That sales tool is going to be the story tree. I think it's greatly important, not only to apply to business purposes, but throughout life to be able to identify stories. So, in this scenario, I will be teaching it forward to a coworker who is having difficult times connecting with a account that had recently been opened. So I would do that by finding myself in a conversation with this person and then saying, "Hey, how's it going? I noticed that you had spent a decent amount of time at this new account that we had set up, and I just kind of wanted to get a gauge of how you feel like that account is developing. Oh, you're having a difficult time? Well, what do you think's kind of getting in the way of progressions? Okay, gotcha. Okay, so yeah, you truly feel like there's not a lot in common between you and some of the folks there. Am I getting that right? Yeah, no, I get that. I think a real great bonding mechanism may be the art of just telling a good story, because usually you never really know how things will splinter out from there. So I'd like to just take a minute or two and tell you something that has worked for me in the past, to see if it's something that you'd be interested in utilizing when you're there in the next few visits. So, what I would do is I would kind of break things down um, into three different parts. I would have a trunk, so to speak, I would have branches, and I would have leaves. So, ultimately, your trunk's your foundation, right? So, with that, I would think of big segments like um, key moments in your life, whether it's something that you had experienced in school. Just take school as a trunk. You could take relationship as a trunk. You can take your work as a trunk. You can take a hobby as a trunk, so on and so forth. So you'll have the larger portion of the story set in that segment, and then what you're going to want to do from there is find where your branches will be. So, yeah, let's take the hobby example for your trunk. So, let's say, we're out here in Colorado and a hobby of yours is going over to the mountains when it's winter, and going skiing. So let's just say a good branch would be maybe one or two places that you like to go to in particular as it comes to doing that hobby. So you could have those in the back of your mind and then have stories, which is going to be the last segment, right? Your leaves. So you're going to have trunk, branches, leaves in that order. So in this example, you're going to have trunk being a hobby of yours that you really like, branches being maybe the environment where you find yourself doing that hobby the most, and then your leaves are going to end up being kind of spin off stories that you have at those places in that environment. And so maybe you won't hit with everybody as it comes to that particular example, but yeah, you can go in any direction with the story tree, and I think as long as you have an idea of how to get more and more detailed as that tree grows its branches and leaves, I think you'll find a lot of success in bridging the gap in between you and the folks that you're going to end up talking to and being in conversation with. So give it a shot, see if it works out.